Enter the shadows that are cast by the glittering spotlight of renown, where the untold stories that lie beneath the dazzling facade are waiting to be discovered. In a world where celebrities are frequently surrounded by affluence and luxury, the idea of a celebrity being found on the streets is incomprehensible. However, it is within these narratives of redemption and resilience that we discover the concealed truths, which dispel preconceived notions and captivate the minds of those who read them. Prepare to embark on a journey through the lives of 20 extraordinary individuals, including silver screen icons and chart-topping performers, who have navigated the perilous terrain of homelessness. Their narratives are not merely narratives of adversity, they are profound odysseys of fortitude, determination, and, in the end, triumph. The unvarnished authenticity of their struggles and the unwavering resilience that propelled them forward will captivate you as we delve into the depths of their experiences. Prepare to be captivated by the lives of 20 renowned individuals who became homeless and whose identities may astound you. No. 20. Haim. Haim, a Canadian actor born in Toronto, Ontario on December 23, 1971, appeared to be destined for notoriety from the very beginning. Haim, an adolescent heartthrob during the vibrant 1980s, captivated audiences with his magnetic presence in beloved classics such as The Lost Boys, Lucas, and License to Drive. Rising to prominence, his undeniable talent and youthful charm propelled him into the limelight of Hollywood's elite, where he became an immediate sensation. Nevertheless, Haim's dazzling Hollywood persona was a facade that concealed profound personal issues that threatened to obscure his illustrious career. He was embroiled in a harrowing struggle against his own interior turmoil, as he struggled with the relentless grip of substance abuse and grappled with mental health challenges. Haim's professional accomplishments were overshadowed by the obstacles and setbacks that plagued him, despite intermittent periods of triumph and respite. Regrettably, on March 10, 2010, Haim passed away at the young age of 38. His death, which was caused by pneumonia, an enlarged heart, and arteriosclerosis, served as a stark and sobering reminder of the dangers that frequently accompany the glitz and grandeur of fame. Haim's story serves as a poignant testimony to the devastating impact of addiction on the lives of remarkably talented individuals, illuminating the profound complexities that lie beneath the surface of celebrity in his untimely demise. Number 19. Lisa Robin Kelly. Lisa Robin Kelly, an accomplished American actress, was born in Southington, Connecticut, on March 5, 1970. She is best known for her portrayal of Lori Foreman on That 70s Show. Lisa's affinity for the dramatic arts was evident from a young age, and she ultimately pursued a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from the esteemed theater school at DePaul University. Lisa's captivating performance as Lori, the rebellious older sibling of Eric Foreman, captivated audiences and cemented her place in the annals of television history. Nevertheless, Lisa's personal journey was characterized by a tumultuous struggle with substance abuse, which began during her tenure on the show and was further exacerbated by profound personal tragedies, including a heartbreaking miscarriage behind the facade of fame. Lisa's personal life was characterized by turmoil. Despite her professional fame, the pressures she encountered were further exacerbated by legal complications that resulted from her addiction, such as DUI arrests and allegations of domestic disputes, which thrust her into the unforgiving gaze of the public eye. Lisa made a poignant confession in which she disclosed that she was constrained to relinquish her rapidly developing career as a result of her ongoing struggle with alcoholism. This decision was a significant burden on her as she sought to regain control of her life. Regrettably, Lisa's heroic endeavors to conquer her afflictions were tragically terminated. She passed away at the age of 43 in a rehabilitation facility in Altadena, California, on August 15, 2013. The legacy of a talent whose star had once burnt so brightly on the silver screen was cast a somber shadow by her untimely demise, which was attributed to multiple drug intoxication. Number 18. Dana Plato. The poignant melody of Hollywood's intricate narrative is echoed by Dana Plato's journey, which is marked by a meteoric rise to prominence and a profound tragedy. Plato, who was born Dana Michelle Strain in November 1964, was welcomed by a world that would soon be captivated by her appearance on American television. Her portrayal of Kimberly Drummond in Different Strokes won over audiences by epitomizing innocence and tenderness. Nevertheless, as the curtain closed on the program that had catapulted her to prominence, Plato discovered that the industry was notorious for its unpredictability toward former child stars. Plato's transition from adolescent prodigy to adult actress was a challenging one, as she struggled to secure roles that mirrored the heights of her early success. Concurrently, her personal life descended into chaos, as she was beset by financial difficulties and substance addiction, which cast a shadow over her once promising future. Legal complications ensued, as Plato was accused of prescription forgery and larceny, which further damaged her public image. Plato's battle against the demons of addiction and the unremitting pressures of life under the unforgiving glare of fame in these tumultuous events was a reflection of a deeper struggle. Sadly, her voyage came to a tragic end in Moore, Oklahoma, when she died of a fatal overdose of prescription medication while traveling in a motorhome. Her death was initially classified as accidental before being later determined to be a suicide, adding an additional layer of tragedy to her narrative. It was a somber conclusion to a life that had once held so much promise. Plato's narrative functions as a poignant reminder of the precarious nature of celebrity and the impact it can have on those who are placed in its spotlight. It emphasizes the significance of empathy and understanding in the context of another's challenges, encouraging us to see beyond the glitz and grandeur to acknowledge the human being that lies beneath the surface. We celebrate the enduring legacy of talent that transcends the boundaries of time and circumstance while acknowledging the fragility of youth and success in honoring Dana Plato's memory. The 17th number, Erin Moran. Erin Moran's narrative serves as an illustration of the challenges that may be concealed from view during one's tenure in the limelight. Moran was born on October 18, 1960, in Burbank, California. She was introduced to the world of acting at a young age, securing her first role at the age of 5. She gained immense popularity as Joni Cunningham on Happy Days, a role that also typecast her, making it challenging for her to transition to other roles as she aged. Moran's existence was not without its challenges, despite her early success. She encountered personal demons, such as substance addiction, which, in conjunction with financial challenges, resulted in a tumultuous period in her life. The pressures of Hollywood, an industry renowned for its relentless pace and frequently unforgiving nature, exacerbated her struggles. Moran's later years were characterized by a decline that saw her contend with the harsh realities of ebbing prominence. In stark contrast to the bright and optimistic beginning of her career, the once celebrated actress encountered personal strife and financial instability. The tragic conclusion to a life that had once been brimming with the potential for enduring renown and fortune was her passing on April 22, 2017, as a result of complications associated with stage 4 cancer. The 16th number, Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid, an actor with a career spanning over 90 films, is frequently remembered for his characterization of the eccentric cousin Headey in the National Lampoon's Vacation series. However, Quaid's life has been a roller coaster of dramatic twists and legal entanglements that have left many admirers bewildered, even beyond the screen. In 2009, Quaid and his wife, Evie, were the subject of a scandalous incident. They were accused of defrauding an innkeeper in Santa Barbara, California, by utilizing an invalid credit card to settle a substantial $10,000 debt. This incident initiated a succession of legal complications for the couple. The following year, they were accused of burglary for allegedly residing in the guest house of a property they had previously owned. The actor, who was previously celebrated, was the subject of an increasing public spectacle as a result of these allegations. The Quaids, who were confronted with arrest warrants, sought refuge in Canada, asserting that they were the victims of persecution. This led to an escalation of the situation. Their escape from the law was thwarted when they were apprehended by U.S. Customs agents at the Vermont, Canada border. A Vermont judge dismissed the fugitive charges against them in a surprising turn of events, citing discrepancies in the case presented by California authorities. The Quaids were able to wander freely and establish their residence in Vermont as a result of this decision. Randy Quaid, who was once a celebrated Hollywood figure, is currently adjusting to a reality that is vastly different from the glamour of Tinseltown. Number 15. Stephen Baldwin. Stephen Baldwin, the youngest of the Baldwin brothers, has led an existence that is anything but ordinary. Stephen, who is recognized for his roles in films such as Biodome and The Usual Suspects, has experienced a career that has been characterized by both highs and lows. However, his trajectory has been shaped by more than just the glittering lights of Hollywood. Stephen has encountered challenges that have put his spirit and resilience to the test. Stephen's financial situation unraveled in 2009, and the spotlight's intensity intensified. He submitted a bankruptcy petition, which disclosed the severity of his financial difficulties. The inventory of debts was extensive and intimidating. Unpaid taxes that accumulated into the thousands, mortgages that exceeded their financial capacity, and credit card invoices that accumulated in a series. Stephen was placed in a precarious position as a result of the vast sum, which amounted to millions of dollars. However, the financial duress was only one aspect of the narrative. Stephen's personal life has also been difficult, as his pursuit of inner serenity has been long shadowed by substance abuse. Stephen's narrative is a tale of grandeur and tragedy that resonates with the universal experience of confronting one's demons in the public eye. The 14th number. Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson, a name that is inextricably linked with the sun-kissed beaches of Baywatch, has successfully navigated a turbulent sea of personal challenges and fame. Her Malibu residence, which she acquired for $1 million, served as both a testament to her successes and a source of her distress. There was an increase in construction expenses, and the taxman arrived with invoices in hand. Pamela's finances took a severe downturn, necessitating the sale of her beloved property for $75 million, despite the glamour. It was a stark reminder that even the most brilliant personalities could weaken under the pressure of financial mismanagement. Her narrative, which is a combination of celebrity allure and severe reality, serves as a reminder that often, beneath the glitter, is a story of resilience in the face of adversity. Number 13. Brett Butler. Brett Butler's narrative of perseverance in the face of adversity is a tale of his rise to fame on sitcoms and subsequent financial difficulties. Butler, who was born in Montgomery, Alabama, achieved recognition through her portrayal of a single mother in the film Grace Under Fire. Her narrative resonated with a significant number of viewers. Not only was her performance critically acclaimed, but it also cemented her position in the hearts of the American audience. Nevertheless, Butler's personal struggles with addiction and mental health issues resulted in tumultuous times on set, which contributed to the show's premature conclusion. Butler confronted her own battles behind the scenes. Butler's aptitude was undeniable. Despite these personal challenges, she continued to appear on the screen in a variety of roles, demonstrating her commitment to her craft and adaptability. Butler's life underwent a significant transformation in the past few years, as she faced financial challenges. The actress, who was once at the height of her television career, was now faced with the reality of eviction as a result of outstanding rent. This stark contrast to her previous success was the result of a combination of factors, such as the pandemic's impact on her income and her mismanagement of finances. The precarious nature of financial stability, even among the presumably successful, was further underscored by the public attention that Butler's situation garnered when a GoFundMe was established to assist her. Butler now, at the age of 66, contemplates her past with a combination of gratitude and regret. She continues to pursue her enduring passion of acting and is a source of inspiration for many who venerate her perseverance and transparency in the face of adversity. Number 12. Lonnie Willison. The narrative of Lonnie Willison's fall from grace is a stark contrast to the glitz and grandeur that are frequently associated with the modeling industry. Willison, who was born on January 25, 1983, rose to fame in the early 2000s as a result of her exceptional fitness and arresting features, which secured her coveted positions in a variety of publications and campaigns. It appeared that her life was following a path that was in accordance with the constellations. However, beneath the glittering images and flashing lights, a turbulent personal life was taking place. In 2014, Willison's marriage to Baywatch star Jeremy Jackson was terminated in a highly publicized and contentious divorce. Allegations of violence marred the separation, with Willison alleging that he was strangled during an inebriated altercation with Jackson. The former model entered a harrowing downward trajectory during this period. Willison's circumstances became increasingly precarious over the years that followed. She was observed living in homeless encampments and scavenging through dumpsters, a surprising development for an individual who had previously been featured on magazine covers. She was reported to be grappling with addiction and mental health issues that were further exacerbated by the trauma of her past. The model, who was once highly sought after, was now confronted with a reality that was vastly different from the runways and photo shoots that had characterized her previous existence. Number 11. John Drew Barrymore. John Drew was born on June 4, 1932, into the prestigious Barrymore family. His life was a complicated tapestry of dramatic highs and lows. His mother, Dolores Costello, was a renowned silent film actress, and his father, John Barrymore, was a colossus of the stage and screen. However, John Drew's voyage was not merely a continuation of his father's, John's, and his aunt and uncles, Lionel and Ethel Barrymore, but rather a perpetual struggle to establish a unique identity beyond their towering presence. His early existence was characterized by substantial turmoil. At the age of 18 months, his parents separated, and he saw his father little after that. It is possible that his mother, who was perhaps apprehensive about the potential pitfalls of show business, attempted to discourage him from pursuing an acting career by enrolling him in private institutions and the St. John's Military Academy. But the stage's call was in his veins. He made his film debut at the young age of 17, entering the spotlight that seemed to be his natural birthright. John Drew's career was characterized by a series of highs and lows, punctuated by instances of exceptional performance on the silver screen and television. However, it was also tainted by personal challenges, such as substance addiction and legal issues, which ultimately resulted in periods of homelessness. His existence was a stark reminder that even those born under the brightest of stars can find themselves lost in the shadows. Drew Barrymore, the renowned actress, has both adopted and transcended the family name with her own storied career, a testament to John Drew's legacy, despite the turmoil. Number 10. Jim Carrey. Now, let us embark on a journey down memory lane to the 1990s, an era in which Jim Carrey reigned as the monarch of comedy and laughter reverberated through movie theaters. From the frigid town of Newmarket, Ontario, Carrey's ascension from poverty to Hollywood prominence is a narrative that epitomizes the triumph of the human spirit. Carrey's iconic performances in films such as Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber left audiences in stitches, thanks to his boundless energy and elastic visage. His characters were not merely comedic personas, they became cultural touchstones, permanently inscribing his name in the annals of comedic grandeur. However, Carrey's artistic repertoire is significantly more extensive than comedy. In a remarkable demonstration of adaptability, he explored the depths of drama, captivating audiences with thought-provoking performances in The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. His capacity to seamlessly transition between genres affirmed his status as a multifaceted performer. Nevertheless, Carrey was afflicted by personal demons beneath the facade of fame and success. His life was overshadowed by the tragic loss of his ex-girlfriend, Katharina White, and his struggles with depression. Yet, from the depths of despair, Carrey emerged as a beacon of resilience, transforming his suffering into a fervent advocacy for mental health awareness. At the age of 62, Carrey's legacy extends beyond the silver screen. He is not only a performer but also a painter and a poet, who employs his art to convey profound narratives. He serves as a poignant reminder that even the brightest personalities endure moments of darkness through his advocacy for mental health. Number 9. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes, a name that is synonymous with charismatic performances and action-packed cinema, has experienced the pinnacle of Hollywood triumph and the nadir of personal tribulations. His meteoric rise to prominence was precipitated by his early appearance in Spike Lee's Mo' Better Blues, which established the foundation for a sequence of performances that would shape his career. His versatility and magnetic screen presence were demonstrated in films such as Jungle Fever, New Jack City, and White Men Can't Jump, while the Blade trilogy solidified him as a genuine action icon. Nevertheless, the opulence and sophistication of Snipes' public persona were belied by an intensifying upheaval that was occurring behind the scenes. In a sudden decline from his former status, Snipes was confronted with legal complications that originated from allegations of tax evasion. The actor, who had earned nearly $40 million at the peak of his career, was accused of neglecting to file federal taxes and even claiming non-resident alien status in an effort to evade his financial obligations. The legal dispute resulted in a conviction for 3 misdemeanor counts of neglecting to file taxes between 1999 and 2004. Snipes was sentenced to 3 years in federal prison, a sentence that he began serving in December 2010 after his appeal was denied, despite his efforts to resolve the $23.5 million debt. His time in prison was a period of introspection and learning, during which he contemplated the value of time and the repercussions of his actions. Upon his release from incarceration in April 2013, Snipes was able to regain a fresh perspective on life and a more distinct understanding of his values and purpose. Since that time, he has maintained a comparatively low profile, with occasional appearances in films such as Coming to America and The Expendables 3, where he starred alongside Eddie Murphy. His narrative serves as a stark reminder of the enduring influence of one's decisions and the transient nature of fame. Number 8. Danny Bonaduce. During the 1970s, Bonaduce became a well-known figure in American households due to his portrayal of the witty Danny Partridge on The Partridge Family. His portrayal of the middle son in the musical Family Band, who was redheaded, earned him notoriety and a unique position in the annals of pop culture. However, Bonaduce encountered numerous obstacles during the transition from juvenile actor to adult. The conclusion of the sitcom marked the commencement of a sequence of personal challenges that would put his fortitude to the test. In 1990, he encountered legal complications when he was apprehended for attempting to purchase cocaine. This incident was a striking contrast to the anti-drug event he was scheduled to host for Dare in Daytona Beach, Florida. The subsequent year saw another arrest, this time for assault in Phoenix. This led to the termination of his radio position and the subsequent financial difficulties. The actor, who was once celebrated, was forced to confront his destitution by residing in his vehicle behind a dumpster near Grauman's Chinese Theater, a symbol of Hollywood aspirations. He became just another face in the crowd, struggling with addiction and the harsh realities of life on the streets, despite his former fame. However, Bonaduce's narrative did not conclude there. He embarked on the challenging process of rebuilding his life with the aid of determination and support, and he sought assistance for his addiction. He eventually returned to the airwaves, co-hosting a morning radio program in Seattle, a role he embraced until his retirement in 2023. His efforts paid off. A potent narrative of triumph over adversity, Bonaduce's comeback serves as a reminder that there is always a way forward, even in the face of the darkest of times. Number 7. Bobby Driscoll. A star who shone too bright, too quickly. Bobby Driscoll's life story is a heart-wrenching narrative. He entered the public eye at the age of 6, and by the time he was 9, he had become a Disney icon for his role in Song of the South, 1946. In 1953, his portrayal of Peter Pan was not merely a voice role. It was a performance that would forever cement his place in the affections of both children and adults. Driscoll was the quintessential example of adolescent exuberance, earning the Juvenile Academy Award for his performances in The Window, 1949, and So Dear to My Heart, 1949, and having his name inscribed on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Disney severed ties with him, leaving him adrift, as his countenance underwent a transformation as adolescence approached. His once cherubic face was now marred by severe acne. The rejection led to a life that was characterized by narcotics and crime, which ultimately resulted in his arrest and ensuing rehabilitation stint in 1961. Upon his release, Driscoll's endeavors to reignite his acting passion were met with a frigid indifference from an industry that had evolved. He traveled to New York in search of a new beginning on Broadway. However, success eluded him. Tragedy struck when Driscoll was discovered motionless in an East Village tenement at the age of 31, the result of heart failure caused by years of substance abuse. His demise occurred in a state of stark solitude, a world apart from the adulation and acclaim that had previously characterized his existence after he was discovered by children. His narrative, which serves as a stark reminder of the transience of fame, leaves us with a legacy that is infused with both enchantment and melancholy. Number 6. Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter's existence was a series of dizzying highs and devastating lows. Upon his arrival on the scene at the age of 7, he immediately emulated his brother, Nick Carter, a member of the Backstreet Boys. In 1997, his debut album propelled him to fame, and by the age of 9, he had become a global phenomenon with his second album, Aaron's Party, which sold 3 million copies in the United States alone. However, Carter's life underwent a significant transformation subsequent to his 2002 album. He was involved in controversies surrounding reality shows, family disputes, and substance abuse allegations during a 16-year hiatus from music. At the age of 18, he was beset by financial difficulties, as he was reported to have only a fraction of his earnings and $4 million in tax judgments. Carter's struggle with addiction and mental health issues was made public as his physical health began to deteriorate. He utilized OnlyFans to facilitate his financial recovery by offering his personal content to admirers. Carter's existence, which had been once filled with promise, came to a tragic end on November 5, 2022, when he was discovered dead in his home. However, the struggle was too much for him. The cause of death was a heart-wrenching combination of inhaling refrigerant and ingesting Xanax, signaling a sorrowful close to the chapter of a star who once dazzled. Number 5. Mike Tyson. The almighty superstar boxer, Mike Tyson, is the quintessential illustration of how an addictive personality can transform an individual from extreme wealth to complete financial ruin. Tyson emerged from a tumultuous adolescence to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a title he earned at the age of 20. His legacy as a boxing legend was solidified by his unmatched prowess in the arena, which included 50 victories, 44 of which were achieved by knockout. However, beneath the glamour of his $400 million fortune was a more sinister reality. Tyson's life was impacted by an addictive personality that resulted in his excessive spending. He acquired opulent mansions, fleets of high-end vehicles, and even exotic pets such as a Bengal tiger, as a result of his penchant for luxury. However, his collection of 3,000 pigeons, some of which were valued at thousands of dollars each, was perhaps the most peculiar of his indulgences. The financial reckoning occurred in 2003. Tyson's bankruptcy was precipitated by his extravagant lifestyle and inadequate financial management, which resulted in an astonishing $23 million debt. A stark contrast to the life of grandeur he once knew. The man who once reigned preeminent in the boxing world found himself selling off his assets. Number 4. Lena Headey. Lena Headey, an English actress, has endured a career that has been marked by both personal tribulations and accolades, despite her renowned portrayal of Cersei Lannister in HBO's Game of Thrones. Headey's private life has been characterized by financial and legal challenges, particularly during her divorce from musician Peter Lawgren, despite the global acclaim she has received for her on-screen accomplishments. Headey encountered genuine obstacles despite her role as the formidable queen in Game of Thrones and as Queen Gorgo in 300. The financial consequences of her divorce, which was formalized in 2013, exacerbated the emotional toll. Headey once candidly disclosed that her bank account balance was a mere $5, which was in striking contrast to the opulence of her on-screen personas. Headey was compelled to make significant changes as a result of the stress, such as abandoning her luxurious Hollywood Hills residence and adopting a more modest lifestyle in the San Fernando Valley. She has been ensnared in a labyrinth of legal intricacies, each obstacle heightening her stress and financial strain. as she navigates ongoing legal disputes over custody and financial settlements. Headey's dedication to her craft is unwavering, and she persists in her professional pursuits with unwavering determination and resilience, despite the adversity. Her voyage is a testament to her resilience in the face of adversity, embodying the indomitable spirit of a genuine artist. Number 3. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes, who was once heralded as Nickelodeon's sweetheart for her roles in iconic programs such as The Amanda Show and All That, achieved teen stardom with box office hits such as What a Girl Wants. However, a shadow hovered over her existence, despite the glitz and glamour. Her once promising career was overshadowed by legal battles and dwindling opportunities as Amanda struggled with substance use disorder, and her trajectory took a negative turn. Her personal struggles were exposed to the unforgiving glare of the public eye, as the fortune that had once seemed inexhaustible began to elude her. Her bubbly on-screen persona was in stark contrast to her troubling social media postings, reckless driving incidents, and involuntary psychiatric holds. Ultimately, she was deprived of her financial autonomy as a result of the imposition of a conservatorship. In spite of this, Amanda's narrative is a testament to her fortitude. She refused to be defined by her struggles, instead opting to confront them directly. She began a process of self-recovery by accepting sobriety. At the conclusion of the conservatorship in 2022, she regained her autonomy, which served as a beacon of hope for her triumphant return from the depths of adversity. Number 2. Todd Herzog. Todd Herzog was a flight attendant before he became famous on Survivor. However, it was his strategic acumen on Survivor China that earned him the coveted $1 million reward at the young age of 22. Nevertheless, Todd's hard-earned fortune was at risk of being eroded by a silent adversary, alcohol use disorder, as he experienced the euphoria of victory. The gravity of his situation did not fully dawn on him until he underwent a month of intensive treatment. Todd was able to reclaim his life from the grip of addiction with the assistance of professionals. Todd discovers solace in the embrace of his spouse, Jess Hermanson, as he basks in the tranquility of sobriety today. He orchestrated a magical proposal with dolphins as witnesses, symbolizing the joyous new chapter he has embarked upon post-recovery, in a touching twist of destiny. Number 1. Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger was the quintessential allure, captivating audiences with each seductive gaze. However, her life was a tapestry woven with threads of financial turmoil and personal upheaval, despite the veneer of notoriety. She had a bold vision and invested an astounding $20 million in a Georgian town with the intention of creating a cinematic haven. Nevertheless, destiny dealt her a cruel blow when her aspirations crumbled, leaving her in a state of monumental loss. In addition to her existing difficulties, a contentious decision to withdraw from boxing Helena sparked a legal crisis, which ultimately resulted in a devastating $4 million judgment against her. Basinger navigated the perilous waters of bankruptcy as the weight of financial encumbrance weighed down, a stark contrast to the dazzling allure she exuded on screen. The dissolution of her once promising marriage to Alec Baldwin, in a blaze of high-profile headlines, further depleted her already strained resources in the midst of the turmoil. Basinger contemplated her turbulent relationship, stating, "We all get along with whatever, but he's been a challenge." Basinger was unable to protect herself from the harsh realities of life, as the glitz and grandeur of Tinseltown were only a fragile facade. The road to financial recovery remained elusive, a poignant reminder of the ephemeral nature of fame and fortune, despite her undeniable talent and accolades. We are grateful for your participation in this expedition. Which of the personalities I have indicated above do you harbor the most remorse for? Please share your thoughts and emotions by leaving a comment below this video. Please ensure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel prior to departing. We have additional captivating videos in store for you. Greetings and anticipating our imminent reunion.